Welcome to QuickQuestMania. Today we have a super magical trivia, differences between the Harry Potter books and the movies, to see if you really deserve your Hogwarts letter. You only have a few seconds to answer each question. Write down your score. Let's get started! Which character dies in the Battle of Hogwarts in the book, but does not appear in the movie? Colin Creevey. Colin dies in the Battle of Hogwarts in the book, but his death is not shown in the movies. Which creature guarded the goblet of fire inside them in the book, but was omitted from the movie? Sphinx. The Sphinx guarded the goblet in the maze, but was left out of the movie. What is omitted about the Marauders in the movies? All of the above. The movies do not explain that the Marauders created the map or that they were illegal animagi. Which Hogwarts professor never appears in the movies? Cuthbert Binns. Binns is the ghostly history of magic professor in the books, but does not appear on screen. What is omitted in the movies about Neville's family? That they are in St. Mungo's. Neville's parents are in St. Mungo's after being tortured by Bellatrix, but this is not shown in the movies. What mythological creature do they study with Hagrid in Book 4 that doesn't appear in the movies? Nifflers. Nifflers are small, furry, mole-like creatures. They are characterized by their fascination with shiny objects, such as coins, jewels, and anything that glitters. In the books, Hagrid buries gold coins, so the students can practice using them as treasure hunters. Which character is head of Ravenclaw House in the books, but is not mentioned in the movies? Flitwick. Flitwick is head of Ravenclaw House, although this is not mentioned in the movies. What Christmas gift does Dobby give Harry in Book 4? A pair of socks. Dobby gives Harry hand-knitted socks as a sign of friendship. What does Petunia do in the books that doesn't appear in the movies? Says an affectionate goodbye to Harry. In the book, Petunia shows a moment of emotion that was cut from the movie. What scene from Dumbledore's funeral is omitted in the movie? All of the above. The movie completely omits the funeral, including the Phoenix song. What part of the OWL exams is omitted in the movies? Practical tests. The films only show the written exams, skipping the practical part. Which subject is taught by Professor Aurora Sinistra in the books? Astronomy. Professor Aurora Sinistra teaches astronomy at Hogwarts, though she doesn't appear in the movies. What magical object does Harry repair with the Elder Wand in the books? His own wand. Harry repairs his original wand with the Elder Wand, then returns it to Dumbledore's tomb. Who leads the house elves in the Battle of Hogwarts in the books? Kreacher. Kreacher leads the house elves into battle, showing his change of heart. What place do they visit in Book 5 that doesn't appear in the movies? St. Mungo's. The magical hospital St. Mungo's is not shown in any movie, only mentioned. What type of magic does Harry use for the first time in the books? Accidental magic. Harry displays magic before knowing he's a wizard, like disappearing the glass at the zoo. Where does Harry first meet Draco in the books? In Diagon Alley. Harry meets Draco in the robe shop before boarding the train for the first time. What magical object belonged to Voldemort's grandfather? The Gaunt Ring. The Gaunt Ring is a Deathly Hallow and contains the Resurrection Stone. Which character dies off-screen in the movies but has a scene in the book? Fred. Fred Weasley's death isn't shown in the film, but in the book he dies during the Battle of Hogwarts. What is omitted about Percy Weasley in the movies? All of the above. The films omit Percy's falling out and redemption arc in the Ministry and with his family. Which character becomes Divination Professor in Book 6? Firenze. After Trelawney is dismissed, the Centaur Firenze teaches divination. What magical sport appears in the books but not in the movies? All of the above. The books mention magical games like Quad Pot, Gobstones, and Exploding Snap. What magical creature appears at Grimmauld Place and terrifies Molly Weasley? A boggart. The boggart turns into Molly's worst fear, her loved one's dead. Which subject is taught by Professor Septima Vector in the books? Arithmancy. Professor Septima Vector teaches this subject at Hogwarts, but is not seen in the films. Who is Tonks's mother, who does not appear in the movie but is mentioned in the books? Andromeda. Tonks is the daughter of Andromeda, sister of Bellatrix and Narcissa. The term squib is mentioned in the movies but not explained. What is a squib? Someone born to wizards without magical abilities. A squib is the child of magical parents who cannot perform magic. Which character lives at Hogwarts in the books, but was omitted from the movies? Peeves. Peeves is a poltergeist who lives at Hogwarts causing mischief. How did the Weasley twins fund their joke shop, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes? With the prize money from the Tri-Wizard Tournament. In the Goblet of Fire, Harry wins 1,000 galleons from the Tri-Wizard Tournament. Since he doesn't want the money, he secretly gives it to Fred and George to help them start their joke shop. This moment is not shown in the movies. Who is the ghost of Slytherin House? The Bloody Baron. Known for his dark appearance and feared even within Slytherin, he's the only one who can control Peeves. What was the name of Voldemort's mother? Merope Gaunt. She was a descendant of Salazar Slytherin and bewitched a muggle named Tom Riddle Sr. into marrying her. And that concludes our trivia for today. If you had fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more challenges. And tell us in the comments, how many questions did you get right? What other saga would you like us to test in an upcoming trivia game? This is QuickQuestMania. See you next time.